Hey guys, welcome back to Max Cars Dawn of War Unification. Today I have another 1 vs 1 review, this time on Blood River. On the southern side playing the Orks, we have TheLaughingMax. On the northern side playing the Orks, we have MrBlueDude. So this is another game I played against MrBlueDude, this time on Blood River. I again randomed and I randomed Orks against his Orks. And I'm not doing the standard opener because this would be boring. I'm pretty sure he does the more or less standard opener, at least I would assume so. So I'm doing a bit of a an interesting build where you get not the boys hut. You will get only the pile of guns, and the idea is to get knob leaders and with more Dakar and even some burners if need be. So this is basically ranged sluggers is the idea, because they're relatively cheap and you do not need more than 4 models basically, and the knob leader to get their 5 orc bonus the squad receives. Yeah, but yeah, the more or less standard opener, I guess. Is there, what is going on here? No, he's getting, yeah, shooters, and now needs to get the Big Mac, I guess. But he prioritized actually Gretchen infiltration. Now that's interesting. It's a very early Gretchen infiltration, I gotta say, even delaying his Big Mac in the process. Yeah, you will see if this strategy works or not. At least what I can tell you, it was a fun game. So yeah, for the first few minutes, of course, capturing your points, building stuff up, preparing already the pile of guns. Still prioritizing, of course, my points, because without an economy you cannot really do stuff, period. Yeah, getting now this listening post and starting the pile of guns. We have some first slugger boy contact on this side. I set my guys already in ranged stance in preparation for the future. Getting some guys. Yeah, these are my guys. This is Orks against Orks. Let's keep the green. Green is me, and red is MrBlueDude. Okay, let's keep it that way. For the resources, I will make it the way that MrBlueDude's resources are on the top, because he's on the top. And now moving back. First burner is already out. I think I cancelled because I need the resources elsewhere. Yeah, see, I cancelled. I really am tight on resources for now. I need a second war banner up before the pile of guns is up, so I can get the Heavy Boy armor. I still prioritize the Heavy Boy armor before, let's say, more Bernie or Dakar, because more HP is more shots fired before your models die. So in general, for these Orks, yeah, the most important upgrade for the Orks is the Heavy Boy armor. I think I started more or less immediately. At least I hope so. Max. Okay, not immediately. Sad. Now it goes. The thing is, one upgrade I really need for this build, especially now that I go for so much burners and knobs, is the more flaming. And I think I forgot it for the most part. And now we have some slugger on slugger action. I'm sure that sluggers win. His sluggers, my sluggers now coming in some more. 2 have already burners. Here we get some burners, or if they get knob leaders for now. He does not have the knob leader. I think I thought, yeah, might as well attack. The morale is relatively high as he has the Big Mac over here, but this is a lot of sluggers incoming. Some burners as well. Not sure on the range on these burners. At least it looks enough, and this is a dead end. Not sure how he wants to go out here. Now the Heavy Boy armor is up, so my boys are more heavy than his boys are. And in comes, and the thing is, even if he goes melee, that's still okay. The sluggers these are sluggers against sluggers, so they're still okay in melee. These guys now lost morale, needing to disengage a bit, because yeah, the only thing with this is that your sluggers, of course, are just sluggers, so they have not the highest morale of all and HP, so you still need to micro them a bit. And I do not have the Big Max, which is another big downside. If he would at some point get enough boys at once position so that they get morale immune, this build would fail pretty hard. But for now I keep his numbers low so they keep very low. This squad only has 1 model getting the knob leader soon, and the knob will yeah, gives them some more beef. And this would now be the point. Yeah, you see me floating a bit. I would need a generator actually, and then the more Bernie research, or even start the more Dakar research, anything. But I'm busy microing over here and floating too much resources, which is I think already pretty bad. These boys are dying really hard, even in the heavy cover this is over here, because it is just so much darker. And yeah, the knobs, actually, the knob leader for are the same for shooter boys as for sluggers. So the knobs have considerably more ranged capabilities than your sluggers. The slugger itself, they fire does not really deal any damage. I think it's 2 or 3 DPS or something, and not a lot. Yeah, and yeah, I'm still not getting the research, I think, which is the big kicker over here. And I should stop reinforcing a bit and get more Bernie. I think at some point I wanted to start it but didn't have the resources, so I was clicking it and thinking I got it. On the other side he has 2 war banners, probably also heavy boy armor already done. At least I hope so. Can I check? Can't really check, I don't have the numbers, but look at the HP on 3k HP if you have the knob leader over here. And now moving even to the side over here, and I think yeah, his Gretchens are here. So I thought I can kill this listening post, but there's no fun to be had if you have enemy Gretchens. This is the moment when I noticed, I don't have any detection really. So even though his guys are in the negative cover, I cannot kill this listening post. I can kill, however, these juicy stacked up units over here. And the thing is, yeah, it's very close. Look at it's all in the red, but I also keep losing units on the retreat. So this wasn't great. Do I get the upgrade? Still not the upgrade. So you see, this is the issue over here. With the more Bernie upgrade, these burners would have been so much better. Still can kill this building over here. And I think I stopped with the burners for now. These guys cannot shoot because they are too far away. So a bit of a micro issue here as well. You can see he has the ranged advantage, and I was like, okay, you have the range advantage. I come close. Flamers here. Burners, sorry, not flamers. Morale is halfway through on this unit over here, and he can teleport out. So now is the issue. What do? Do I advance into the point where he has all the Gretchens, and he is progressing his economy really well. I have 98 and 20. He has 86 and 20, so more or less even, a bit on a higher part because I have decapped his relic and getting it. And yeah, I think this is now the point where the good idea would be to move back. I just now started, right? Yeah. And yeah, I should have disengaged over here. I'm just losing models for nothing. I think I tried to engage one more time, even stopping the cap over here. You see the issue I got. I have squads with too much models, so I do not have the Ork pop to reinforce the other squads. Even got another one, so if you manage this better, this can be a lot more effective than it looks right now. I still have the upper hand a bit, but he has some, I think now 2 squads with big shooters. 3. This is a Slugger Boy squad, yeah. So here's even now the banner, war banner. Not sure if he got the upgrade, not sure, but yeah, I cannot really stay here for long. Killing a model or 2 over here, almost killing the knob actually. These flamers, burners, basically like all flamers do some damage over time. And yeah, you see, I just noticed that I do need more war to advance in the tech. Will kill this Slugger Boy squad, but in the back there are 2 Shooter Boy squads, and you see my guys will melt here shortly afterwards. Yeah, now I have only 3 squads remaining. I do get now the more Daka as well. Yeah, the more Flamey I have now. But way too late. So my idea is I cannot really deal with it. Even he offensively teleports, which is a very good idea at this point. Even though these models, very low model size on his squad, it's still more than I have. He has now the more or less standard 3. The standard is 1 to 2. Here felt pressured, so you can get up to 3 big shooters, getting also hopefully the more blast tier research, I think it is. I'm now tier 2. I think I even cancel this, or do I let it finish? The more Daka actually is a universal upgrade. It also increases the damage dealt by all the buildings and stuff, so more Daka is never really a bad upgrade. But yeah, he outranges now my buildings and kills them one at a time. I'm not really that fast in building up the mech shop. My idea was to get a vehicle or two, and then he doesn't have any anti-vehicle given. He could have probably, yeah, custom gadgets on the way. So the counter basically for my counter is already on the way. Because the big shooters, they are mostly anti-infantry, but if there's a Ork vehicle or any light vehicle just sitting there, not doing a whole lot, they can also do some damage to it. Turns out, and I do not have any generators. I think I've let this finish, and then I noticed I don't have any power, so I need to get a power generator. But when I get a power generator, all my base is gone. So this is then the moment when I notice, yeah, this is GG. I thought I could make it work with a vehicle, but yeah, then it was a bit too slow, the transition. So enough trash talk on my abilities. It was well played by him. Standard build order. Very messy base, however. The generators would have been needed more in this position. The war banners here are okay, but otherwise well played by him. A lot of Orks being killed. And yeah, I hope I showed you a bit of a more interesting opener possible for the Orks. The Orks are not, I mean, it is the meta opener for a reason, but you can still differentiate, especially in the mirror. I do not like to have the same units fighting on each side. Anyhow, as usual guys, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye!